Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. I'm a Stampin Up demonstrator here in Northern Ireland, and today the project I want to share with you is this cute little package here. It can stand up on its own. It has an opening here which would probably fit those wee mini tea light candles or just fill it with sweets, and it's fully attached to the base, so everything is on it that you need. It's just a matter of decorating it up. For the inside, I've made a wee tag, and you can write a wee message on the back, or you can post a nice sentiment on the back if you really want to say something like a card. So for this one, I used the two stamp sets, Strong and Beautiful and Daisy Lane. I have decorated the inside of this tag with a bit of greenery, and this time I'm going to go different. I'm going to just stamp daisies all over it and then add the smile on top, and I'm just going completely with the Granny Apple Green this time. So it's just to give you two varieties that you can decide which one you prefer yourself. It's quite easy, it's just a wee bit of cutting and scoring and putting it all together, and I think it's nice for you. So let's have a wee go. You're going to need a lot of stuff. First of all, you need a piece of card, measure 9.5 by 8, which is going to make your base. So we'll just start with it, and then we'll move on to these things after. I've done a wee bit of preparation so that I won't keep it too long and drive you crazy. So we do need to do a bit of scoring. So get your largest piece of Granny Apple Green card, and it measures 9.5 by 8, as I said. So go to the 9.5 up here, and we're just going to do a bit of scoring. So score at 5 inches and 6 inches, 8 inches and 9 inches. And then we're just going to turn it around, and we're going to score it at 1.5. And we're going to go up to 6.5. But before you move away from your scoring, we're going to go to the 1/2 inch, and for this 2-inch piece here, we want to score it at 1/2 inch. So if you just lightly follow that down, and you'll know you've got it on both sides. So the same here, go to 7.5 and use that line just to score in between. That's your closures. So that's all you need to do for that one. So we'll do our score lines. Just make sure that everything's lining up. It's always important to get it all nicely squared when you're doing this part, so that your box doesn't go all askew. And because it's attached, it's all one piece, you want to make sure it really is good. And that gives you the basic shape of your box. We just need to do a wee bit of cutting now. So I did have a plan here to follow to keep me right, because I'm inclined to get carried away when I start my cutting. Right, so this is all coming away because that is the base part of your card. So we'll start by cutting it. And you want to cut it fairly straight if you can, and keep the bulky score end to your right hand side, so you're cutting it away. Something you really probably need to take your time with, not rushing it like me. So go up to that point, and then we're going to cut in slightly, because these are just the wee folds of your box. Same again, we're cutting up to this point. And then this where you did your score line, we're just chopping it in a wee bit. That is just the wee closure. So do it up to that corner, and then cut straight up to your cut-off point, and that leaves you with that nice shape. Same at this side, cut in slightly and then straight up, and then cut part of this off. Go to this side, straight up, and then we're just cutting slightly in because that'll be tucked into your box. So starting the other side, slightly in and slightly in again. Make the same wee closure cut here. The same at this side, the exact same opposite side, so you should be able to follow that pretty easily. And then this one is completely cut off. Again, keeping the bulk to your right. Oops, getting tangled up here. Chop that off out of the way. So that is your basic shape. Get rid of these. If you keep some of those scraps, you might get a daisy out of it. I can't remember if that's where I got it. So you know this is your basic shape. This is going to be your card front. This box is going to fold all up and just stick here. So what you want to do is put your glue onto this bit here. And I'm going to use the wet glue for it. You want it to really stick well. And what you want to do is fold that down and fold that nice and flat. And that gives you your basic, almost sticky already, imagine. That gives you the proper line for your card and box. So you can flip that over, give it another good scour. And there you have the basis of that made up. This bit we're not going to decorate or anything, so we can close the bottoms up. Put a wee bit of, make sure you've got this folded over well, because we're going to put a wee bit of glue on it as well. And then we're just going to slip it in without getting too sticky. And then this is the stage you want to make sure that everything is nice and square and push down inside so that the glue takes. And this part is just going to be your closure to be able to open and close for your retreats or candles or whatever you're putting in there. So now we want to decorate it. I'm going to need a piece of DSP, and I'm going with the Brights in the Granny Apple and the lovely new design this year, which is lovely. It's spotty on one side and like a denim, brushed denim effect on the other. So I'm not liking the way my closure's going, so I'm going to give that a good crease, which helps it to stay in. Oops. That's a bit better. So we have a piece of DSP or designer paper, whatever you want to call it, in the Brights. It needs to measure 4 inches by 3 inches. And we're just going to stick it in place. I'm going to actually use the wet glue for this, just so that it'll slide about from it before it sticks. So just put that in there, center it between all your lines. Anywhere you see wee turn-ups with your cutting, just smooth them down to keep everything nice. So next we need to make our pocket, this wee piece here. And for it you're going to need a piece of the green card, and it needs to measure, where is it? Come on. 4 inches by 3 inches. I'm just going to double check that because I've that many measurements written on a wee scrap paper here. Yeah, 3 inches and 4 inches. And for this you need to do a wee bit of measuring. So on this side you need to mark it at 2 inches. just with your pencil. And then go to the opposite side and go down 1 inch and mark it with your pencil. And then we're just going to chop that off. So I'm using a wee mini chamfer. Line up the 1 inch one with the 2 inch one and just chop it. And that gives us our pocket shape, which would fit in nicely there. We'll need to decorate with a piece of DSP, so it needs to measure 2 6/8 by 2 6/8. Yep. I have all these measurements on my blog now, so don't be worrying about it. So we want to cut it 1 7/8. So just put that to 1 7/8 and put a wee mark at it. And we're going to cut from there to that point. Just below that point so you get a nice shape. So again, pop it in, line it up with that wee mark you made and line it up with the top of your piece of paper. And hopefully that will fit in nicely. Yep. So we'll just stick these together. And then we're going to add this to this part, but we're going to use some dimensionals or whatever you have yourself. Just I'm using a sheet out of the pound shop and I'm just chopping them up to the size that I need them. And we know we're keeping this place opened so that your tag can slip in and these go down here. Just make sure you get it to the very top, you know, so there's no gaps there. Don't worry so much about the bottom end, so long as you have it that the tag won't slide out the bottom. Just add a few more. And we'll just remove those. Messy, messy. So this just lines up at the very bottom nice and straight. And that leaves you a nice wee pocket for your tag to go into. Now for the tag, you need a piece of the green card. It needs to measure 4.5 by 2 inches. And we're going to pop it into the scallop tag maker, scallop tag top punch, and just line it up nice and central and take those out. And then we have a piece of Whisper White, and it measures 2 and what? Can't remember. What is it? 1 6/8 by 3 3/8. Again, I'll have that all there, but I don't want to stick it on you because I want to decorate it now. So I will use a scrap piece of paper. As I said, I'm trying something different this time. I'm going to use the daisy stamp. If I can find it. There's 2 different daisies. I'm just going to use this wee one here, but then I'm going to stick a green one right on top of it all. So this is just sort of in the background, and I'm just using the Granny Apple green ink. Don't know what it's going to turn out like, but you have the option to do the other flower if this turns out no good, and I can change your mind. It's as simple as that. haven't even tried this, so I'm not even sure how I'm going to feel. I'll just try it out here. It's not bad. I'll give it a go. And I'm just going to sort of over stamp here and there. Just for a wee bit of added detail, just something different. Oh, not very good there, but don't you do that. Again, I should listen to my own information. If you're inking up a lot of images using the same stamp, clean it off every now and again, otherwise you get that debris gathering up there and then ends up marking your card. But it's marked now. I will change it later, but not for you now. So I have these flowers cut out and all. Just need one more to punch, and just use your pieces of scrap that's left over from your 6-inch piece of DSP and punch yourself. You have to wiggle it about a wee bit because there is cuts already and you don't want to get any half-eaten leaves. There, you get 4 out of that wee square, which is pretty good. And then you just want to curl your leaves. Same with this. I'm just going to pop that in there with a bit of glue. And then I have somewhere, which I hope I haven't lost. There it is. I have a wee card candy. I've had these things for years, wee box of white ones, which means you can colour them in any colour you want and they'll always match. And just if you're matching it in with any of your Stampin' Up stuff, use your blends to colour it up and you'll get the same colour then. So I'm just going to pop that there. And I could actually pop it up to cover the back bit there. So just a bit of glue on the back. We'll bring that right up to the top. And then I have the wee smile previously cut. I'm just going to put it on by sticking it flat as well. I want the tag fairly flat so it doesn't catch on the pocket. So I'm just popping that in there, and you can write a wee message on the very back, as I say, if that's what you want to do. So now we need to attach this to our tag. And I need to attach a bit of ribbon here. We'll just use this nice fresh ribbon. It's from the Flowers for Every Season. You get 3 different types. This is the white linen. And we're just going to thread it through. Don't want it too big, so you could use baker's twine or whatever if you don't want to go with the ribbon. And just chop it down nice and small. I'll probably trim that another wee bit, but that should slide into your pocket perfectly. Now I've also went ahead and stamped out the sentiment from the Strong and Beautiful. You are like a diamond, resilient, strong and beautiful. So you can pick any of those sentiments, stamp it out, cut around it, giving it a wee bit of a whirl, and then put it onto your matching card and cut around it again. And just put a bit of dimensionals on the back to raise it up. And I just put it at a wee jaunty angle to follow the angle of the cut. So now we just need to add our flowers, and I've went ahead and done 3 of those. So they're just going to sit here. And that'll be your box all decorated up, and then you can just fill it up with sweets. If you wanted, and you really wanted to close your box, excuse me, you can, before you add your flowers, add a ribbon tie. Put it right round, tie it at the top. The person can slide that off. These will be attached to it. I think I'll just do that because it actually looks nice. It brightens that end up. So that's another wee idea for you. So I'm not tying a bow or anything, I'm just going to tie it in a knot at the top so that they'll know it. They don't have to open, they just have to slide it. Try and do it without squashing the lid of your box completely. That would sit much better if I had my sweeties in there. I need something to poke that back out. And then we'll just chop these off. It's organised chaos here today, isn't it? So I want it to sit in that shape, so. And then just make sure that it's lined up. Twist your bow. And then I should have made sure it was straight at the back too. Do remember to straighten it up at the back. Twist that round. I actually do like it, I think it's nice. So we'll just pop it on with a dimensional thing. And just puff your wee flowers up a wee bit. So they're cute wee gifts. Quick and easy, and it also does as a card. You can actually pop money inside or money in there, depending on what you're going for. I used to make these years ago, bigger with an opening card, and they were big enough for candles and a window poked in them and all, but I thought this was just a nice wee change. But it does leave you plenty of options. So there you are, 2 lovely bright colours. This one, they're all out of the brights. So this one was Mango Melody. This one's Granny Apple Green. And I think it's just lovely. So I'll have all the measurements down below, and you decide which kind of tag you want to go for. You know, one with the flowers, or I actually do like the background, but I might have layered that up on the Granny Apple Green, maybe to stick out more. Depends on what you're looking. So have fun, play around, and just enjoy yourself. And I hope you'll have a wee go, and remember to share it with me if you do. Catch you again hopefully next week, all being well. Bye.